Hi guys, so I wanted to quickly address the situation that's unfolding right now with North and South Korea and the peace talks and everything that's going on and how that connects to the IPEC GOAT video. So this is an interpretation video. North and South Korea have unified their time zone, which is a symbolic reference to the unification of North and South Korea. The process is still unfolding, but from the time that they unified their time, we could basically call North and South Korea as one, a Korean peninsula. Now, recently, the South Korean police have stopped protesters from releasing balloons across to the north. Now, basically, days after the historic inter-Korean summit, Lee Min-bok, a defector who has been flying anti-Pyongyang leaflets into the north for 15 years, received a call from an official at Seoul's Unification Ministry urging him to halt his balloon campaign. Now, this guy has been sending these things since 2003, and he has sent I think it's 300 million. He's dispatched more than 300 million balloons since 2003. And this is the first time, because of the peace talks that are going on between North and South Korea, that they've told them to stop and that they've actually enforced it with these police. See if we can get a little video there earlier. Yeah, so they're actually enforcing it here. You can see the police and the army kind of jumping up to try and take down the protesters' banners and stopping them from launching their balloons. Now that brings me to the IPEC GOAT video. When we have the scene unfolding and we have the skeleton figure approaching what I'll call Korea, reaching out a hand onto Korea, we have the balloon on the side of the face here, which JK pointed out. You can see that you can't see the full balloon, but you can see that it is, and you can see the tail of it coming off. And inside of it, there's this little white spot. It doesn't give us a definitive image, but we can just say that there's something inside of the balloon, which just reminds me of this report that we're getting now of South Korean police stopping protesters from releasing balloons which contain messages and leaflets across to the north. And obviously this is a scene about North Korea or South Korea or the Korean Peninsula as a whole. When we're looking at this scene, one of the things I want to point out is the tiger on the back here. That is a representation of Korea, North and South, but it appears that the boat goes across the tail and the tiger is roaring either in anger or in pain. That just makes me think of the phrase catch a tiger by the tail. And when you look at the meaning of catch a tiger by the tail, it unfolds to say to be in a difficult or dangerous situation in which one ideally should not remain, but from which one cannot withdraw. That sounds to me like the situation Donald Trump has got himself in with Kim Jong-un agreeing to meet him in the DMZ in the Peace House, or at the DMZ in the Peace House. There's no more dangerous place in the world, apart from probably, Syria, to be, especially for an American president, but particularly for Donald Trump, with all the insults and things like that that have been flying across. I just don't see this going down very well. And I made the video recently with the connection to Donald Trump and the JFK files, him being the only president to release the files since JFK's assassination, and how he's, embroiled with the NRA at the moment because of the shooting that took place in Florida on February the 14th, Valentine's Day, the reference to Valentine's Day massacre, and how he went to the NRA conference in Texas where JFK was shot, just 9 minutes away from Dealey Plaza where JFK was shot. So there's a lot of connections with Donald Trump and guns and assassination and being shot. In this video itself, there's a few references to, or a few images which are encoded into the video, which, show Donald Trump, or at least what we think is Donald Trump because of the outline. The cartoon outline of Donald Trump is very distinctive. So that's what we appear to be having in this video. And there appears to be a head wound in each of those references. So I think the balloon part of the IPEC GOAT video, which we see on the skeleton here, is a reference to the stopping of the balloons being sent across to the north, and that is happening now, unfolding right now. The unification of the Korean Peninsula is happening right now. When the video is playing, if it's going to play, I'm not sure, but when the video does unfold and the girl turns around, we see the denuclearization sign on her face, the love heart, there it is. We already know that that is North Korea agreeing to denuclearization. The love heart is a reference to the peace and the safety talks that are going on right now. You saw how chummy Kim Jong-un and Moon Jae-in were with each other when they met, talking, sharing stories, sharing a meal, getting to know each other, something that hasn't happened between the leaders of the two countries for 70 years, coincidentally. So everything is kind of unfolding right now. The other thing I wanted to kind of point out is to the number 5 in this video. So when the tank opens his mouth, we're left with 5 teeth, and when he closes his mouth, there's 14 pieces of teeth altogether. Sorry, I'm not sure if it's my internet connection or the video, but it's not exactly playing the way I want it to. Okay, so maybe I can do it from here. Nope. Technology, so far, but so far not. Alright, so it's paused, I think. Yeah, so from here, we know that when he opens his mouth, there's 5 teeth, but when he's closed his mouth, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But if you count the capstone on the top of the middle pyramid, then there's 14 pieces of teeth. 5/14, Israel's Independence Day. Possible opening of the US Embassy in Jerusalem. Some significance to that date. Don't think, maybe, not sure if anything's going to happen, but it's clearly a significant date. We'll see. But all of this right now, this entire scene, apart from the Chinese tanks advancing, is unfolding now and will be unfolding over the next couple of weeks. So I think it will be important to keep an eye on Donald Trump, especially when he travels to the DMZ, because I think that there's possibly an event that may look like this, that may take place at the DMZ. Again, catch a tiger by the tail, you don't let go. It's a very dangerous situation to be in, and I don't think it's going to unfold very well. But that's just my interpretation according to this video. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. The connection to 5/14 from Tank's teeth, I don't know if that has any significance, but the number 5 is referenced there when he opens his mouth. And again, with the explosions behind the skeleton, the 5 explosions we see, that could be saying May. And according to them, it's like, get the party started with this party favor. And then we see later on in the video the same figure waving the 2 sticks, like he's conducting a symphony. So maybe something's going to happen this month. We already have the volcano. We'll see what else happens. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and God bless.